The Heisman Trophy has been awarded to the top player in college football each year since 1935. It's become the most prestigious men's club in the country. 6 USC players are members of that immortal fraternity. Mike Garrett was the first, winning the honor in 1965, just 4 years after Ernie Davis broke the Heisman color barrier.
If you told me that a little black kid grew up in Ball Heights, poor family, would go to University of Southern California and win the Heisman, I mean, that's a 1,000,000,000 shot. And I'll never forget my junior year. Prior to, and Coach McKay came to me and said, "You could win the Heisman." Well, being someone who followed college football all my life, that meant Howard Hopalong Cassidy. That meant Johnny Lujack. Are you kidding me? And when I said, "Let's see if I can do that," I knew I could do it. And I guess that's what it means to me today, that nothing's impossible if you're willing to put out the effort.
3 years later, Garrett's protege, O.J. Simpson, followed his footsteps to the Downtown Athletic Club in New York City. His style was different from Garrett's, but the result was the same.
Simpson was all speed and very, very fast, world-class speed. And very gregarious and very outward and very talkative and engaged all the time, but really depended more than anything on his speed.
It was 11 years before the next member of the Heisman Club was beckoned. Anthony Davis was passed over in favor of Ohio State's Archie Griffin in 1974. But the next tailback in the line of succession, Charles White, did get the call in 1979.
It didn't really have no effect on me at that time because of the fact that, I was young and didn't realize the accomplishment that a person gains, achieving that award. And now that I look back on it, and I just went back last year for my 25th anniversary for the Heisman Award, it is so significant to me now.
The significance of the symbol was embraced immediately by Marcus Allen, who received it 2 years later in 1981. But the importance of the award was not so much the honor itself, but the pride experienced by his family.
That particular time, when I won the award, I was happy because I achieved something I wanted to achieve, but I was more happy for my parents than it was for me because it was a reflection of all the hard work and everything that they put in years ago, and from all the Pop Warner, experiences, my parents being, the team mother and my dad being the coach and running back and forth and, really giving up their lives for the kids' lives. And for me, it was like the first time that I had an opportunity to pay back my parents. I remember my dad is a very, very loquacious guy, talks nonstop. And for the first time in his, in my lifetime, he was quiet. It was totally speechless. He started crying, didn't say one word. And I know that was just nothing but proud. His son, it's a great thing for a dad to say that was my son that accepted that award. And that was a great thing for my mother to say. That was my son who's known as the best college player in the country. For them, that's what it's all about. For me, that's what it was all about.
The Trojans had a long wait before the next initiation. Carson Palmer became the first quarterback to join the club after a sensational season in 2002.
It's such an honor. It's indescribable. You really can't compare it to anything. It's unlike any other award, just because of the closeness of the people who won it in the past and the respect for the Heisman Trophy people and just the Heisman Trophy itself. And I still can't believe it to this day, to be put in that group of names of all the past winners. And, I still every day, I just feel blessed to have been, in a position to be there.
And just 2 years later, in 2004, USC had 2 Heisman contenders. Palmer's successor, junior Matt Leinart, got the nod over sophomore running back Reggie Bush.
I really consider that award a part of the team. You know, obviously it's mine and I get recognized, but I think, you know, I couldn't have done it without my teammates, and I think any past winner will tell you that they needed their guys around them, you know, to do that. And I think it will mean more to me when I get older, but it's just a very special group to be a part of, you know, that not a lot of people can. I think there's 72 winners, and not a lot of people can say they're a part of that elite group, and it's definitely changed my life. So I definitely think it's going to mean more to me, you know, when I'm looking back, you know, 20, 30 years from now than now, because I'm a kid, and that was just a reward that I got this past season.
One school, 6 Heisman Trophy winners, and number 7 could be just around the corner.